Let's get real about the digital cliff today. We're doing a deep dive into the source material on something we basically all ignore until it breaks.
Right, the arteries.
Exactly, the arteries. I mean, you invest thousands of dollars in these massive 8K displays
And
and
receiver stacks that look like NASA control panels.
yeah, exactly. But then you forget the pipes connecting them. So today we're looking at the Kramer CLS-AOCH 6164.
It's a mouthful, but it is a serious piece of kit. People
Yeah.
forget that HDMI isn't just a simple wire anymore.
No, it's a high-speed data pipeline. And when that pipe clogs, your screen just goes black.
Right.
So Kramer calls this an active optical cable, which usually means I need to find another power outlet behind my TV to run the cable itself right.
That is the usual headache, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, not here. This is a hybrid fiber design.
Meaning it mixes fiber and copper?
Precisely. You've got optical fiber for the heavy lifting, the high bandwidth
Yeah.
video lanes,
No?
and then it keeps thin copper wires inside just for the low-speed handshake data and to pull power directly from the source.
Oh, so no external USB power injector needed at all.
None. It's the best of both worlds. You get the distance and speed of fiber without the extra clutter.
Because we know standard copper hits a wall at, what, like 15 or 20 feet for serious bandwidth?
Yeah, pretty much. But the signal runs 50 meters. That's over 160 feet.
And it actually holds signal integrity at that range.
Absolutely. It's rated for 18 gigabits per second. It can easily handle 4K at 60 hertz with 4 chroma subsampling.
Which for you listening just means uncompressed raw color data. We aren't throwing away color to save bandwidth.
Right, it's the full raw signal. And because it's fiber, you have zero attenuation, no signal loss whatsoever over that entire 164-foot run. It handles HDCP 2.2 HDR high-end audio like Dolby True HD, DTS HD Master Audio.
There's outblinking. It is
Right.
impressive, but there is a catch.
The price tag.
Yeah, it currently lists around $488, down from over $600. So why shouldn't I just daisy chain some repeaters or use a cheaper balloon system?
It definitely stings the wallet up front. But think about interference. A 50-meter copper line acts like a giant antenna.
Oh,
If you run that through a ceiling near fluorescent lights or power conduits, you are just inviting electromagnetic interference.
so you get those dropouts or sparkles on the screen?
Exactly. Fiber is completely immune to EMI and RFI. You're paying for the certainty that you won't have to rip open the drywall in 6 months.
It's an infrastructure investment. Speaking of drywall, though, let's talk about the physical installation. Pulling HDMI through a conduit is usually a nightmare.
Oh, the connector heads are just too big.
They snag on absolutely everything. Does Kramer fix that square peg round hole issue?
They do, and this is probably the feature that saves installers the most time. It has removable HDMI ends.
Removable, so you just pull the wire itself.
Yeah, you detach the main connector, leaving this tiny slim capsule. The cable is incredibly thin, only 3.4 millimeters in diameter.
Wow.
So you pull that little capsule through your conduit and then just snap the HDMI head back on at the destination.
That completely changes the math on retrofits.
It really does. Plus, it has a bending radius of just 6 millimeters.
Because fiber used to be so fragile, right? You looked at it wrong and it snapped.
Not this one. It's robust enough to weave through really tight corners in a drop ceiling or a packed equipment rack.
And it seems like they ticked the boxes for commercial code compliance, too. The materials list mentions low smoke and halogen-free jacketing.
Right. LSZH materials. That's critical for public spaces so the cable doesn't release toxic gas if it burns.
That's a pro-grade requirement that cheap cables skip. Along with the 24K gold-plated connectors for corrosion resistance. It sounds like this is aimed squarely at the Wolfpack crowd.
Professional integrators and high-end home theater enthusiasts. Yeah, places like HDTV Supply sell it.
And the user reviews definitely reflect that. People like Jeffrey C. and Rico T. give it high praise. They aren't complaining about the price.
No, they're just relieved the flickering stopped. Rachel Christian, the VP of Operations over there, even gets specific shout-outs for their high-level service.
So the big lesson from this deep dive really is about identifying bottlenecks.
100%. We obsess over the source and the screen, but the pipe determines the flow. Copper is a gamble at long distances.
And hybrid optical is the insurance
Yeah.
policy.
Exactly.
Well, to wrap up, I want to leave you with a thought. You meticulously plan the displays, the speakers, the perfect seating. But have you ever calculated the invisible latency introduced by cheaper repeaters and converters trying to actively fix a degraded signal?
Oh, that's a really good point. Processing takes time.
It does. Are you bottlenecking a 5-figure theater setup with a $20 cable? Something to consider before your next install.